Hey there everyone, I'm Dresden and welcome back to another episode of Downhill Madness. This is the Autobello Piccolina and this is the Autobello Minilena. Not the Piccolina, the Minilena. As you'll notice, it has one seat in it. Yeah. So this one weighs 743 kilos. This one weighs 685, so it's lighter. It has one seat, and this is the Autobello Piccolina 110. This is the Autobello Minilena 55, which I thought was just clever. So we're gonna be running 3 of these down today, 3 of the Autobello Minilena, and seeing how they do on our Downhill Madness rally course. Starting off with this, of course, as I said. The Autobello Minilena 55 has 37 horsepower, weighs 685 kilograms, for a power to weight ratio of 0.054, which is not very fast. And as you'll notice, it's not very fast. Also, I'm driving with a different controller. Usually I use an Xbox controller. Well, my Xbox controller just broke. So, it's a wired Xbox controller too. The one I'm using now is a PlayStation 4 controller that's wireless, that's plugged in. It's a little bit different than the Xbox controller, especially with how I need to hold it, and it's definitely wider than the Xbox controller. So, a little different to play. Also, I've been playing a lot of Forza with Jonah, and I've been using the Xbox controller. Now I have to use keyboard, because Forza on Xbox Companion on the computer doesn't work with a PlayStation controller, only a wired Xbox compatible controller. So that's fun. But if you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. Link to Jonah's channel will be in the description. We've been putting together a new series. I don't think he's announced it yet. I'm not positive. Go watch his video on the Gauntlet. It's kind of like a channel update video. He might say it in there. I don't really remember if he does or not. But go watch that. But we're doing a new series in Forza Horizon 5 together, only going up on his channel. I can't record on Forza Horizon 5 for some reason. My computer just doesn't like it. So go check it out. Very fun. It's kind of like a role play sort of, almost I would say robbery thing, but we're also restoring things. I don't know. It's an interesting concept. So go check it out. Link will be in the description to that. The Minilena is not fast. Okay, and it's not, surprisingly, not as top heavy as I thought it would be. I thought we would have rolled over by now, and we have not. So, go this thing. It's got a skinny wheelbase, but it's probably also got a shorter wheelbase, if I had to guess. So that's probably why it's not top heavy. Also probably just a shorter vehicle. I didn't actually pay attention. That is understandable why you would do that, because I was just dumb with how I took that that hill. So understandable. Have a great day. Let's get back on the path though. We hopefully didn't lose too much time from that. I don't think we'd be getting an amazing time with this. I really don't think we'd be getting an amazing time with this, but we probably wouldn't be getting an awful time. So I don't know. I didn't know. Shouldn't be too bad though. It looks like an older version of the Piccolina kinda, because the headlights and taillights are different, but like different in the sense that it feels older. Oh, we broke our oil pan. This is a rear-engined vehicle, as is the Piccolina. The engine is not, not mid-engine like a mid-engine supercar. It is in the back, practically. Well, it is in the trunk. It's where the trunk would be if this had a trunk, but it doesn't. It has an engine bay in the back because it's rear engine. I think we've been through this. Rear engine. Yeah. It's kind of like a smart car. Well, not really smart. I know there's some car that they modeled after a car after in Watch Dogs 4, Watch Dogs 3. One of the two. It's like a little like electric smart car, but it's a one-seater. But I think it actually has 2 seats deep. I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting thing. Anyway, this is 2 seats deep too. It looks like. Okay, we made it to the bottom. Definitely could have looked better. Definitely could have sounded better, but I think this is just what the vehicle itself sounds like, which is, whoops, which is a gross sound. Okay, well, it looks like we're a fresh new car for this because I hit the wrong button. I'm used to using an Xbox controller again, and where you steer is where the arrow keys are on this controller, so I just pressed down an arrow key on accident. That's okay though. Fresh vehicle to slam into a wall and not be fresh anymore. I mean, it's not fresh, but I just did that too. That's because I'm used to playing Forza. And that's the button to look back. Okay, and we're gonna hit the wall at 60 miles an hour. Oh! Wow. Okay. A 60-mile-an-hour collision did that much. That's... You wouldn't be okay. But the vehicle still drives. It actually still turns too, which is just silly. This is still a functioning driving vehicle. Not very well, but it is. You know, it does the things a vehicle does, which is drive and turn. So, oh well, now it might actually do it better because I pushed that wheel back. I think it does. Anyway, we've made a short, stubby little thing. Looks like a BMW i7 now, which is kind of funny. All right, on to the next vehicle. Let's see how it does. All right, and next up is this. The Minilena Sport Cabriolet LHD. The Autobello, of course. I feel like I said I beat you last time. And if I did, I didn't mean it. It's the Autobello. But yeah, 45 horsepower, 1.1 liter engine. Sounds a lot better. A little faster with a power to weight ratio of 0.069. Weighing 670 kilos, which I think is about 27-ish. About 30-ish. Higher than the last one. I think it's 27, but I don't fully remember. I think the other one was 643. But not positive. Engine starved of oil, and it's having a hard time shifting for some reason. Also, wait, no, never mind. That was a dumb point, and I'm not gonna finish because it's not true. Yeah, this is not good. We're already leaking oil. We're already starved of oil, even. So this is a problem. This is an problem, but that's okay. We will make it work because this thing is faster than the last one, and so it might be able to make it down faster, and if it can, we should be okay. That rear left is not looking too good. It's got some inward camber, which is weird, some positive camber. Not exactly what you want. If you do want camber, you want negative camber, so the bottom of the wheel sticks out and not points in. But that's just a visual thing. Actually, it's not. It lowers your contact patch, so you go through tires faster. But it can help with reducing friction if you wanted to go that route. That's why people do it in Pinewood Derby car races. Slight physics lesson for you. I actually didn't do that well in AP Physics. I got a 2 in AP Physics, so I didn't fail the AP test, but I definitely failed the class. Anyway, I digress. This is definitely faster than the last one. It's a lot more loose than the last one. It really wants to spin out on me, which, I mean, it can if it wants to. I'm not gonna like stop it. Well, actually, I'm gonna try to stop it, but it can do whatever it wants if it must. Yeah, it feels pretty good though. It feels like it's got more grip than the last one. I don't know if that's true because I feel like it's on the same wheels. Oh, we rolled over in the same spot. Technically in the same spot. Kind of in a different part of the same spot, but it is the same spot. We broke our rear right half shaft. We are one-wheel drive. And it's particularly, or specifically, the rear left wheel. we're going to over rev as well, because our diff does not like that we're one-wheel drive. And we're starved of oil, which means the parts in the engine are just going to deteriorate even faster. Keeps letting us know we're starved of oil too, like I didn't know that already. You can tell me again when I hit the gas? Do it, I dare you. How are we in first gear? I didn't even hit the gas and we're starved of oil. Yeah, we're in first gear going pretty fast. I feel like this didn't get up to that fast in first gear before. I could be wrong. I could be quite wrong, actually. I could be the opposite of right completely. Which is wrong. Fun fact. Thesaurus. Yeah. We are going to make it to the bottom, though, it looks like. As long as we can make this last turn, which, hey, we've had vehicles that don't, so. Yeah, no, we made it to the bottom. Take a jump. Yeah! Okay. Cool. Made it to the bottom in the time that we made it to the bottom. Looks pretty good. Looks better than the last one did when it made it to the bottom. But you can definitely tell we rolled over. And it's not going to drive, so let's reset it. Yeah, no, it does not get to 40 in first gear. I don't know how it was doing that and not shredding the gearbox. Well, maybe it did, because it didn't actually drive when it got to the end. Also, I think the wheel being at that camber angle is normal, judging by the fact that when I hit a bump, it looks like these wheels do that. And this is brand spanking new. Factory miles on this baby. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. Okay. That's alright. That's A-O great. We are just dandy. We might hit this at the same speed as the last one, because we're starting a little slower, or a little lower down the hill. Actually, we might, yeah, 55 miles an hour. Oh! See, you'd still not be okay. You might be better off than you were in the last one, but you would still definitely be hurting. That is for sure. Anyway, on to the third and final vehicle for this episode. Let's see if it can do the best out of the three, I guess. And finally, we have this. You can probably hear it. If you can't hear it, if you look at the right side of the screen, you can see it. And if I just turn the camera around, yeah. So, this is a ginormous V8 engine from the Bruckle Bastion, from one of the souped up versions of the Bruckle Bastion, producing 639 horsepower. And this vehicle altogether weighs 960 kilograms, giving it a power to weight ratio of 0.675. Sorry, the Minilena. I think I said Piccolina. Yeah, power to weight ratio of almost 0.7, which is insane. That's absurd. It should never happen. And yet here we are. Oh gosh, this is, I haven't actually driven it yet. It's very loud, and I think we're gonna end up DNFing. I'm going to be amazed if I can make it to the bottom. It just wheelies. And it doesn't wheelie, I guess, when it's drifting or in the dirt, but this is absurd. I feel like this should never have happened. Like, what is this? What is this? Oil pan's damaged. That's to be expected when the engine weighs probably the same as the car. Actually, no, the engine, I know what the engine weighs because I know what this thing weighs stock with a stock engine. The engine weighs about 350 pounds. 350 to 400 probably pounds, depending on how stripped out this thing is. That's a heavy engine. 350 pound engine. That's half the weight of the car. That's probably over half the weight of the car without an engine. Oh boy. As long as we don't hit too hard, we're fine to do that. Okay. This is like, I can't even be like gentle on it, because it just floors it even if I try to be, like, this is me being gentle, and we're still, I mean, we're not cruising, but we're going faster than I would like to go in this. Because this is a death trap. And whoever did this should be punished, put in jail, and hanged for their crimes. Probably not that violent, but it's kind of cool how it's done. But also terrifying and awful in every way. It just has so much like grip on the roads too, which is just even better. It's even better when it's on a road. We'll see if we do make it to the bottom and I run it into the wall. We'll see. This thing's definitely just gonna crumble, and then the engine's gonna make it crumble more because it's super heavy and it's in the back of the car. So it's just absolutely gonna just disintegrate, turn into a pancake. Especially after we've seen what 60 horsepower does. Multiply that by 10, by over 10. And that's what this thing will do. Wild. Absolutely insane. But hey, you know what? We'll deal with it in the name of science. And I think our suspension is collapsed. I think our front suspension's collapsed anyway. I don't know about the rear. The rear is just very, very springy, but it probably has to be when it's holding up, you know, a 350 to 400 pound engine. Which is, Alexa, what's 400 kilograms in pounds?
400 kilograms is about 880 pounds.
Oh my gosh. That is why this engine weighs somewhere around 700 to 800 pounds. Something's happened to our gearbox. There we go. Whoa, why that? Yeah, this engine weighs like 700 to 800 pounds in the back of this thing. So this vehicle alone at the moment weighs almost a ton. Yeah, well, I know a ton is 1,000 kilos, so I should have just done the math of that. You just basically multiply it by 2. Well, no. Yeah. No. Maybe. There's probably some formula to it. I don't know. Exponential growth or something. Rod bearings are damaged. Okay, our engine is going to start losing power soon. Which, honestly, in the case of this thing, probably a good thing that it loses some power, because it definitely has too much of it. It's got enough to share with the whole class. I consider myself to be an educational YouTuber, you know? Like, hey kids, don't do this. Don't take a vehicle that weighs, you know, 500-600 kilograms, about probably 12 to 1,500 pounds ish, and put an 800-pound engine in the back of it that makes almost the same, more horsepower than the vehicle weighs without the engine in it. I feel like that's just a red flag. I feel like that's a bad thing to do, you know? And this is probably a very, very slow time because we are still going. And it's already definitely been like 5 minutes. So, yeah. It's not very fast. Well, I mean, it's fast. It is very fast. But not on a Baja course. It's not fast. Alright, let's get across the line and floor it. Yeah. Across the line in a not so good time, probably. I would imagine. But we did make it to the bottom on the first try, which is genuinely impressive. Let's go ahead and reset this. Oh boy, let's reset this again. If I hit the gas pedal in barely, it does like a wheelie. This is gonna, I'm telling you, this is gonna crumble. You guys know this is gonna crumble. You've seen what's happened to the past ones. It's totally just not gonna survive this at all. The engine will probably end up breaking, and that doesn't happen very regularly with rear engine vehicles. Hitting the wall at 100 miles an hour. Oh! The engine still works, but you wouldn't really know this is a car, because it like bananaed itself. Like, the engine is touching the front axle, and it's sticking up in the middle. It's like a whale. That is weird. All right. Well, onto the leaderboard for this episode. Let's see how our vehicles fared. Probably not too well, especially in the means of this one, which brakes, front brake in particular, was just 3,100 degrees Fahrenheit. They're all pretty toasty. That's wacky. All right, and now onto the leaderboard for this episode. So in 105th place, yeah, that's the fastest vehicle this episode, is in 100th place, not 105th, but 100th place. It's not a very fast episode, folks. In 100th place is the Minilena Sport Cabriolet LHD, lay time of 3 minutes and 46 seconds. In 105th place, we have the Minilena 55 with a time of 3 minutes and 49.1 seconds. And then, all the way down in 130th place is the Minilena Crazy V8 with a time of 5 minutes and 30.3 seconds. That's fourth from last. Last place is 133, which is the Wydra Mudmaster with a time of 8 minutes and 21 seconds. But that's really slow. This is not a fast episode. Next episode we'll try to get some faster vehicles maybe, but you never know, you know. But yeah, that's wild. That's really slow. So usually I use the last vehicle to go down the Stairway Mountain. But in this case, I figured this is probably the vehicle we should use. Also, something flies off every time I respawn it, and then just bounces off into the distance. I don't know what it is, but it keeps just spinning, and I don't know what it is. Anyway, figured we use this. This is called the Jumper, and this is why. Whoa! What? That is wild. It's going to slam into this mountain. We are going 190 miles an hour. Okay. Well, maybe this isn't the best vehicle to use, because if I lightly tap the gas, the rockets fire. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash the like button, hit the red subscribe button, and the bell icon down below to get notified of when I upload. Go check out Jonah's channel, link in the description. Look out for... should I tell you the name of it? I don't know. The actors are kind of on a strike now, so I might not be able to tell you the name of our role play on YouTube. But go check it out. Link will be in the description to his channel down below. Also check out the merch and my second channel. Links will also be in the description. Expect a new video on the second channel soon. It's been a little while since I've uploaded one, but I have some ready. I just need to edit them. It won't take too long. I just need to find time to. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, this has been Dresden with another episode of Wreckfest Wednesday. And, oh, the rockets still work. And, goodbye.